and I am the founder of Love and You. Sahar is the owner and creator of Love Yourself brand, and this so resonates with me. And the first line of her brand is Love Your Curls. Introducing Sahar. Hey Sahar, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm excellent. How did this affect the way, and plus your ethnicity, like the differences, your background, how did it affect the way you interacted with the rest of society? Who, you know, even though we're supposed to be visible minority here, right? You saw like the porcelain white skin and that you were different. How did it affect the way you interacted with other people?
Well, and I mean, that goes back to the foundation that we all, that get laid within us and that we build as a child, because that's how that self-image that you form as a child kind of sets the stage for what you become as an adult. So I think it's constant work and it's conscious work to keep reminding yourself and to not take, because let's face it, racism and stereotypes, all of that exists, but for us to not internalize it and for us to also forgive others who may be ignorant to our differences. So as a child, it's, you're different, and you're not one of those pretty girls with the soft skin and the perfect hair. So you don't expect to be asked out by the boys. I mean, I didn't go to my prom. I didn't participate in any of those social outings because, I just wasn't one of the pretty girls. And I was one of the ones.
But you felt that you're not pretty, so it made you, would you say it made you step back from those activities?
And it's funny, right? Because you think you're not one of the pretty girls, then you start to become one of the other girls. So then I really owned being a tomboy. I really owned having male friends. I joined sports teams and I would, play basketball with the guys, even though I'm like 5'0". And it was just, it was like I was more comfortable with men because I could just be a tomboy and I could just put my hair up in a bun and nobody was judging me. And I was like, you know what, they're my buddies.
Okay.
And as I grew up, it was funny because between the summers of grade 10 and 11, I discovered, hair gel and makeup and different clothing. And I'd go to school and there was guys talking to me. They were like, oh, you new around here and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I've been in your class since grade 6. Like I was, no lie. No exaggeration. There was.
Yeah. Well, at that age, boys kind of start to like, if they didn't notice you by maybe grade 7, then you started looking really blossoming by that age. So
again, it's like then I realized, but it's funny because I also had like really high mark in school. So you get teased for being a brainer and this and that. And I always tried to like lower my intelligence because I didn't want to be teased on top of being teased for being a refugee or an immigrant or, my hair or this and that. I didn't want to add on to that by having the highest marks in class. So it's actually pretty crazy. I used to purposely try to have like the second or third highest mark. I didn't want to be number one.
You didn't want to stand out pretty much.
I didn't want to stand out, but it's funny because when I changed the way I dressed, when I started putting on a little makeup, when I learned how to style my hair and I started getting attention from boys, then I was like, oh, it's okay to be hot and smart, but it's not okay to be geeky and smart. And I was like, oh, look at this double standard. All of a sudden being smart or having high marks is attractive. But when I dressed different, even though I'm the same person, and I really started to separate that out because I was like, I'm the same person, but now that I've left my hair down or now that I'm dressing sexier, now no one's teasing me for being smart.
Okay.
And I was like, wow, look at that. This is how society judges people. It's all in how you look, and you have to really be careful who you are on the inside and how you see yourself on the inside, and to know whether you're glammed up and you've got your hair done and everything, you're the same person on the inside as when you have your hair up and it's a lazy Saturday and you're in pajamas. So, and as I grew up, going back to your question of how I interact with society, it's happened. And it's crazy. It happened in my jobs. It's happened, with employers where, for example, I had a boss when I was younger and he would tell me, he's like, oh, can you maybe have a more professional hairstyle? And I'm like,
whoa, what did that mean?
yeah. And I mean, my hair has always been this. It's not professional. Or I would put it up. Like I would, you know, if I put my hair up and it's in a bun, it's still messy, you know, because we have curls and it's not a perfect bun, but I would put it up. And he's like, yeah, but isn't there like something you could do with it? And I'm like, but you know, so-and-so leaves her hair down all the time. And just because it's straight, what, like, why is straight hair more professional?